So this video on some stretching tips, how to increase your flexibility, mobility, and specifically the technique on the stretches. For when you're stretching, it's the same as strength training, right? You need to build it up. And it's gonna take time, it's gonna take consistency. You don't have to stretch depending on your goals. For the average person, if you stretch maybe you can, even if you do like every day for like maybe 5-10 minutes, or you can do every other day or 2 times a week. But consistency over doing one day like an hour stretch and then not doing it for weeks. And again, same as strength training. You don't start the first day with a 200-pound deadlift, right? You have to build it up slowly, and same with stretching. And in this video, I just want to go over more again like the techniques, postures, and some tips in how to like improve your stretching and make it more effective. Also, for stretching, if you have them available, you can use like a yoga block, or you can either use like a yoga strap or just a like the long resistance band. You can also use a towel for this one. Again, we're not using this one necessarily for a resistance or anything, but just more again to help you with the posture. So the first thing that's very important, if you're right now just in the easy pose from yoga or like from meditation. For this one, again, I usually don't use a mat, but if you can, you can use a mat, or if you have carpet on the floor, can be a little bit more comfortable. In this one, you want to try to relax, but always, and that's basically, I'm gonna mention it a little time, but with stretching, always try to keep your back neutral. Of course, there's like a neutral, a little arch in your back, like no one has like straight back, but with straight, I mean it's lengthened through the back. And the shoulders are open and down. Yeah, I see a lot of people in this position hunching forward. Again, if you need to hear, what can help is to have your hands on the floor. Again, without having to pull in your shoulders. Always think about whatever stretch you're doing. There's a tennis ball between your shoulders and your ear, if that makes sense. So again, if you have trouble with lengthening here, you can also interlace your fingers behind your back, like this. That's going to force you to also open the chest and keep the back again neutral, then you can go down. The same goes with hamstring stretch. Right, this one again, like you probably already know this stretch, but it's more now about the techniques. So important to keep pressing the knees in the floor, and you can keep lengthening. So this is if you need to, you can either hold on to a wall, if that helps you, or you can have like 1 or 2 yoga blocks and kind of support on it. So for this stretch, you notice if I can either have my feet just like relaxed in like a neutral position, like a point. So if you want to, if you're maybe a dancer or you're doing any like also martial arts by the way, and you need like the ankle strength and mobility. So a good stretch here is to kind of roll the ankle out and in. Strength for the other ankle. It's gonna roll out, point and in. When I do this one, the rotation is coming from the hip. So a little bit close up so you can see. So get a pointing and then the rotation is coming from the hip. Keep your knees in the floor. And so with the hamstring stretch, again, think like an L shape. So your body, your back is straight, and shoulders just relax and neutral. And if you go forward, maybe, of course, if you're stretching first arm up, well, that's always important. But then for the first stretches, what you can do is just like strength training. You do like multiple sets, and the first set you maybe go like halfway. And halfway for you can be maybe like this, maybe it's here. But as soon as you notice you have to like arch the back like a big arch, like round the shoulders, you need to go a little bit less. Alright, so think in this one about not necessarily having to touch your toes, but think more about moving your chest to your knees, if that makes sense. Again, pressing the knees in the floor. And also with the stretches, it might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but try to keep breathing and relaxing through the stretch. Because the more relaxed you are, the more it's easier then to lengthen the muscle, if that makes sense. So here the same for the other stretch. You can like interlace the fingers and go like this. So you notice in hamstring stretch that when you point, have neutral or have the feet like the toes up. If you then go forward, you're going to feel a deeper stretch. You can also here have your feet against the wall. And again, you can have your hands on the floor, you can have them on your legs. Another option here is, show you from the other side, just the yoga block, place it like on the feet, so your feet are pressing against the yoga block. And then again, if you can reach, just reach for the block. But then if you're able to hold on to something, it can be easier to kind of relax the legs and get deeper in the stretch. Some other option is that can help you to keep lengthening through the big, and but also nice for just a shoulder stretch. So you just keep it off your shoulders, like a V shape, same on the side. So again, guys, it's important here that you keep the shoulders low. So think about the tennis ball. If you don't stretch from here, just keep the shoulders low. From here, you kind of go to the big and to the front. Each time you go to the front, keep lengthening. And again, holding this position forces you basically to keep the back neutral, because if you're doing this, you know, you're going to notice that you're not pulling this anymore. Again, now put this one, you notice it's going to pull out because it's a resistant band, but if you have the yoga strap, it may be actually better. You can even use like a stick, you know, like the sticks, like the long sticks they have. Anyways, the point is to keep lengthening. And this time you go forward to exhale. And then you can round through sets. So for example, the first set you maybe go halfway. So point to point that you feel a light stretch, but it's not like too uncomfortable. And then on each quote unquote rep, you go a little farther. So it's maybe 1, 2, etc. So for this one, of course, like the closer your hands are, the harder the shoulders also on the, harder the stretch is also on the shoulders. While to have it very open, like this, with my arms wider, it's a little bit easier. If you have your hands closer to each other, you have to, you're going to feel it more. Again, the back shoulders. So this one's also good for shoulder mobility. So next one is straddle stretch. So also very important, rotation coming from the hip, knees pointing in the forearm, pointing out. And again, make sure you sit straight. And you want to hold the stretch for about as long that you feel like, because usually the first 2 seconds when you go to stretch, it feels very tense, you can feel very comfortable. If you hold it for longer, it gives you time to relax the muscles to really get into it, into the stretch, if that makes sense. And again, you can do also the reps here, like the same thing with your hamstring. You just go forward and back. So find that position that is a little bit comfortable, and then you go a little bit over that, and you go back to the position. Also here you can use the block, and again this allows you to relax in the stretch, to lengthen through the spine. I know it's not like a broken record right now, but it's important. And from the progress, just simply, you can do the block like this, and you deepen. And also here, same as with hamstring stretch, you can have your hands like interlacing and then go to the front. If possible, you can either use the block and rest your head on the block, so you have to kind of, figure out how your head is going to land. Just rest your head on the block, like this. Or if you don't need to, you can just remove it and just go like this, all the way down. And also, just like the hamstring stretch, you can use the strap. I really like this one because it just both stretching here, but also like again the shoulders. It's like nice rotation. And then exhale on the floor. First time you go halfway. Second time you can go a little deeper. Etc. So you can go side to side like this. So this one is very important that you keep opening the shoulder. So the shoulder, think about sitting against the wall. And again, maybe the first time you're only here. And as you progress, you maybe have the elbow sliding all the way to the floor. But try to keep that shoulder open. So you're not doing this. So the other variation here is to go to the side. But then first you turn your tricep. And then go to the side. Again, you can use the block here or 2 blocks for support. You can also use the strap, move it around your feet, and use that as kind of extension of your arms. You cannot reach. Do it like this. Same goes for the other side, of course. You can also do this one against the wall. So if you have a wall, you can like have your, just imagine against the wall. You can have your, moving forward. Keeping the shoulders low, like don't round up. Just keep relaxing, and if possible, you can have your hips against the wall. So that's about the straddle stretch. Like when you're trying to stretching, guys, you can feel it of course, but it's same as the strength training, right? You can feel it, it can be uncomfortable, but it should never like hurt. So I always tell my participants, like go to a half uncomfortable but manageable level of uncomfortableness, and not the Chinese ballet school comfortableness. Exercise, so you can also do this laying down, the hamstring stretch. And again, you can either just do it in different variations. So you can have like one knee bench, and then you lay down. Then you can do it here, or you can straighten out the other leg. So here again, try to keep the leg straight. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe even farther. And again, you can use the bend to wrap around. Use that extension of the arm. From here, option you can go to the side, so you just bring it to the side, and then rotation coming from the hip. And you can do the same to the other side, you can keep the leg long. Another one you can do is, this one's hamstring, like double hamstring, laying down. And again, if you need to, you can use the bands or the straps, whatever have you, use the extension of the arms. And you can also straddle stretch, laying down. And this one you can also do against the wall, which is what I really would recommend. So then think about imagining against the wall, and then just let gravity do the work. The low squat. So also here, make sure to keep the back neutral. You can use your arms, your like hands pressing together, so your knees are about the line of your toes. You can go a little bit side to side. So option here is to use the block and you can kind of sit on the block. So you can either sit like, put the block like this, and sit on the block. You can have the block a little lower, something like this. And eventually if you don't need the block again, you can just remove it. And the same thing here, guys, you can use, again, you can use the same, you can do the same exercise, like we did. Right? Alright, so that was the low squat stretch. So you can hold on to against the wall for balance. And from there, it's important, if you do standing stretches, that you keep your legs, keep the legs long, and again you can use the strap against extension of the of your arms if you cannot reach all the way. So you can just hold on and put up the legs like this. Okay, you might not see my face, but it doesn't matter, it's about my legs. Okay, just it's about the legs. Okay, you can hold on to the wall and do it here. Right? Okay, so progression might be needed, and you can just grab with your arm like this.